Alrighty, let us go through some more of these curse seeds, and we'll just go top down, I suppose. Okay, this can be a very swingy combo in the DLC. Pre-DLC, I'd argue this is actually maybe one of the top three combos, but as we know, Tethys in the post-DLC world, probably the best with Wormkin, I would say, because Wormkin has the easiest time making Tethys survive. But that is neither here nor there. It is root seeds at least, so there's always some scaling if we need it, which we usually will. Alright, a lot of redundancy with the starters here, but we should have an easy early game at least. I would say Conduit's takeable. I do not mind a Conduit start with Ice Tornado, so if it's offered, I think I would take it, maybe even over Frostbite, which I don't know. The thing with a Frostbite is if you take Frostbite to this, you're kind of just consigning yourself to saying, well, we'll do all right in the first ring or two, and probably not use Tethys for sure in the rest of the run unless we pick up like a way to make it work. Maybe another point, or maybe you get Conduit later or something. I'm not too worried about the bosses. Hardest boss here is actually Talos, so we'll see. Okay, we do have this choice. Now that's a tough choice because Talos is really hard. We have to deal with haste. We have to deal with the unit being stunned. Stygian awoken. Don't think that really gives me a lot of information. And there's also some use of Conduit with Glacial Seal. Every now and then you can use the Essence. It's pretty bad, but sometimes a seed is just really bad. And you never know. In the name of fun, because Conduit is more fun than Chillwind. Chillwind's pretty boring. We're going to do Conduit here. I think they're pretty close in terms of expected value here. Not a whole lot of Forever Flame use here unless I get like a Steel Singer, which I suppose I could take. We got 2 Glimmers. Cheater's Hand, though, is like A+ for making Tethys potentially work. Tough one, actually. I think we take the Cheater's Hand. It does make Sap Tap bad, but otherwise, it's good. Ooh, that's tough. Divine Horde is like out of everything. Tethys is like, especially a Conduit Tethys, very hard to take. But unless I bottom deck both Ice Tornadoes, I can definitely deal with a sharded up backliner. But there's still the issue of I don't think there's enough upside here to take this. I could probably take it, but it might make me not be able to take the trial, So let's just fight. I don't think with Tethys I'm taking this because Awoken just doesn't have enough good artifacts, and one of the good ones is already like nullified. So I guess we gotta try for this. It's a little risky, but Conduit has extra health, and if I don't You know, like I said, if I don't bottom deck the friggin' stuff here, then we're fine. I suppose we still start with root seeds. One, two, 4, 5, 6. We just do this. We want to draw as many cards as possible. We start that, do that. And Glimmer plus this. Not getting a whole lot of spear value, but that is what it is. You know, if we knew that this was the fight, we could have got away with, you know, I suppose with the root seeds there was no chance of bottom decking both of those tornadoes. Maybe I could have took the horde. I don't know. I mean, another thought I had was like I'm probably needing to take the money if I didn't get a money trial here and got a unit trial instead. So I was like, I don't know. I want to make my life into Talos easier. Probably Crypt Builder. I think with Cheater's Hand, there's a somewhat decent chance that we can make Conduit work. This is for Talos. Probably not useful otherwise, but I think we take it. And if I get a Hollow or a Steel Singer, which is a Hollow, I suppose. So what I said was just redundant, but you know. Large stone and health. Hoping for, I guess, the shark. No shark, but not sad to see that. Could do Heartstone. I'd rather have an incant armor, I think. Not really that needed, huh? Just settle for that. And if we're lucky enough to get a... Let me double check. So if I get to take that, I reroll, I can always afford whatever comes out. Yeah, let's just do this. Damn it. Really wanted to find either quick or multi there. I mean, quick would have not been that good, but at least it would have been takeable, because then I could just Hellvent the unit. It's 2 strikes, and I most likely can just make it work. I already have a Crypt Builder, so it's like that third hit is already taken care of. But this makes things different. Could just put health there for now. It wouldn't be horrible to put on the floor with us for now. I think I'm going to take the money, I think. I mean, I'm very unlikely to hit the Merchant of Magic. I don't know, though. I don't have a good Hellvent, but if I don't get a unit draft, or if I get a unit draft and it's not good, then I absolutely have to hit this Awoken Banner. Either way, I'm taking the money. Alright, more spikes. No unit draft. Should be illegal. Should be illegal to get 2 no unit drafts. I think we want the seal on the floor with us. You know, a little bit of Kiss from a Rose action, you know what I'm saying? There's no way to kill that. Do I take 1 damage? I definitely want to keep the space for, what's his name? Could just put this in front and have it die. Save some health. Yeah, let's just do that. 1 damage is hopefully not relevant. If I lose by 1, then so be it. 1, 2, 3. Alright, we'll do this. Definitely an annoying fight. 1, 2, 3. I suppose beating this boss is the priority now. Not sure why I threw that one back, but okay. Pretty horrible hand. But it doesn't matter. So, I really hope I don't have to put Glacial Seal into Siren here. Mollusk Mage into Siren is not too bad. That's definitely better than Glacial Seal. Could just Hellvent the unit. I mean, this steel is just so low value. I don't see any world where I can hit this, especially when there's a Vortex, a Horde, and a Stygian Banner here. We have a pretty good positioned Hellvent there. I mean, it's opposite of these. This steel is probably hittable. This steel is definitely hittable. Final steel is definitely hittable. My thought is, like, I was going to maybe potentially think of Hellventing the unit here. Since I have an upgrade slot open, I could just, if I find multi-strike, I don't need multi-strike on both of them. But the other thought is, because I can't take both of these, or I can't take these because I already have, like, the crit builder right now that needs to be upgraded. And if there's not many enticing Merchant Magics. I mean, there's not a single enticing Merchant Magic. The only hittable magic for me, like, I can't hit this, not when an Awoken Banner's here and a Hellvent. This Hellvent is likely to be low value unless I commit to this Mollusk Mage, I think. It's like I could Hellvent my unit here, or I could wait till here, try to hit this seal, maybe hit a multi before I hit that. I can fuse my units here. The thing is, I could take the Mollusk Mage speculatively, saying, if I miss on the Awoken Banner here, if I miss on the unit draft here, and if I miss on the Stygian Banner, then I at least have the Mollusk Mage, which we saw with the last run is a pretty good essence. Especially with the Conduit. And I can even set up mid if I need to. Card draw is good because I have Root Seeds. I don't need the double card draw upgrade that I normally would need. I don't need an Ember upgrade because I have a full Conduit on the way. I think we take this. We don't necessarily have to do it. I should probably skips. Yeah, I mean, I just don't see how these are useful to me when I already have spells that hit, and keep in mind we may not end up using a Mollusk Mage Infusion, so, like, I will have to upgrade the damage on these spells, which is going to be tough. Well, we'll have more information here. Okay, we got a 30 at least. That could go on either a Glimmer or a Crypt Builder. Interesting. Interesting. One thought is I could put the Siren of the Sea into the Shattered Shell and we just Hellvent it right now. It's not that great. But it is a line. Boss killing would be tough there. I mean, everything would just be tough there. I don't know that I like that. Nice thing about the shell is the 1-1, which normally isn't good enough, even on a sweeper, I feel, could be okay because I get the additional slay. But if I'm running two, the idea I think would be that I run two of them. It's like the wrong unit is getting the slay usually. You know what I mean? Like the front unit, which will be the first to die, is the one getting the goods, shall we say. I like the Mollusk Mage here more. And honestly, I may as well just commit to it now. I don't even need to do the plus 30 if I do that. I'll already be taking shards. I don't think I have enough regen for the Awoken Hollow to make sense. Or restore, I mean. It takes up too much pip. I feel like the Animus Will is probably the only thing I would have accepted here, in hindsight. Or a Steel Singer. Steel Singer I would just take and, like, I don't know. It may not work, but it could. I think this is fine. I mean, 2 Sirens, they scale and they beat bosses, and then I just clear the waves. It won't rely on multi-strike. I should just commit to the Mollusk Mage here. I'll do the fusion first. That way, if it's a ×5 event, I just times this one time and I don't have to pay 15 shards for that. Now, if it's a hammer event, I want to leave the 30. Even though I'll have plus 20 on the floor anyway. That would just make it, like, kill everything. It is a 5x event. I finally get rewarded for doing my preparation of this. And I think there's nothing worth ×5ing here. But there's definitely worth it to ×1 this, and now I can Hellvent something else. So that's a really good event for us. We get to stay low at 35 shards. Maybe now I can even justify doing this on... Would I want the Glimmer or would I want the Crypt Builder? I feel like that we don't need it on the Glimmer. It's already doing 22. That kills everything. It heals just fine. But 30 here could, like, in some cases, kill a boss. Yeah, let's do that. Don't need intrinsic. It's weird, but I think I'm going to Hellvent the Wildwood set. It doesn't cost me shards. I mean, I could Hellvent the Crypt Builder, I guess. Maybe I should be doing the Crypt Builder still. Eventually, it's free for me. And it does so much damage. I'll probably keep the lances to... Like, if I never find Pierce... Oh, wait. What am I saying? Oh, right, yeah. I'm all over the place today. I was like, wait a minute, I need to dupe the Siren. I'm like, I just did dupe the Siren. Not a good sign for my brain. Let's do this, though. That's the most fun. I was going to do the Wildwood Sap, but you know what? Let's live a little. Let's live a little. This is a spell damage deck. Alright. Blah, 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 blah. This is why we like the 25 health. Wouldn't have survived otherwise. And this is why we like the Crypt Builder. Boom. How do you like it? Alright. Let's get that, put that there, do that. We'll just keep that thing around. I suppose I'll play this just to get rid of it. Yeah, definitely keeping these lances. I should have actually kept one of those glimmers in hindsight. Or maybe just played it off the floor. So then I could have... I guess there's no world that I'm able to crit builder this. So we'll just do this. That. Crap. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what I do here. I want to try to... I feel like I'm unnecessarily, like, screwing myself over. I need to, like, play a little bit better here. Okay, I can kill, kill, kill. Take 1 damage. That's fine. I think I should have managed my glimmers a little bit better. Like I said, my head is not necessarily in the game here. You can see how bad the Ice Tornadoes are already, though. It's like... It's such a bad card. We're fine, though. Kill that. I mean, it's fine there. Gotta get rid of this Glacial Seal. I don't see any world where we want that. We're gonna try to kill this here. And fail. Oops, I forgot to incant, whatever. No worries. There was a world we could have got a flying kill this fight, but I would have had to manage my stuff a bit better. Is Adaptive Mutation any good here? There are times it could allow my Tethys to survive, I think. I forget what the scale is. Here, we can check that. What is the scale on Conduit 3? So it goes, yeah, it goes... You know, I could give Tethys health this way. I've never done that before in all of my thousands of hours I've played in this game, but I mean, it actually looks pretty good, or like a pretty good play. If we take it. An intrinsic of that allows me to set up top, so why not? I can commit to, I guess, hitting this magic. If we can't hit a -2 at either of these, and I can just get it costed down. I also kind of have to intrinsic, though, if I'm going to commit to building around the Adaptive Mutation that much. We got the plethora of sweepers here that we don't need. Okay, so we go Pip upgrade if this Adaptive Mutation doesn't work out. So we can go that at the final upgrade. We just do draw now, I guess. I mean, there's also a world I could just commit to double Pip upgrade. But again, that is kind of wasted if I end up having to go middle. But then I could actually run 3 Sirens eventually. I don't think I like that, though. I think I just take the draw upgrade even though I may not need it. Because I don't necessarily need any upgrade here. Now, if I go left... I think it's better, even though the Stygian Banner is almost certainly getting skipped here. I don't even think I would take a Shark, because I'm not hitting the steel. I think we've determined very likely that I don't hit the steel. If I go right, I'm just really looking for Incant Armor or Multi-Strike. Not that good of a chance to find either. I mean, it's above 50-50 that I at least find one of those, but that's not even that good. Like, when let's just pull a number. We'll estimate that there's a 40% chance that I get nothing going here, but I always get something at the Vortex here, even if I brick these things, and this thing is almost certainly a brick. Because even I don't know what I would take at this point for the Stygian units. Pierce is great. Pierce is great. We were just not wanting to see Purge there, essentially. Ooh. Friggin' Sketches of Salvation. There's always a chance of getting Restoring Retreat. And with a Cheater's Hand, I could guarantee that eventually I get Tethys onto the floor. I think there's about a 60% chance to find Restoring Retreat from here on out. If I'm not mistaken. 59%, I think. It's not that high. But either way, if I take Sketches here, it's a bit risky because if I fight Haste here, I pretty much threw the run, most likely. If I get both Sirens. And I have enough shards that probably Glimmer cannot be relied upon to kill, like, the Hasters. So I probably shouldn't take Sketches here, even though I really want to. It's not like Fungus is useless to me, and I mean, it doubles the value of the Wildwood Sap. We just take that. But I am such a Sketches enjoyer that it feels bad. We do end up getting Sentry, but it's the only unit I would consider taking. Well, let's think about this. Does it make me want to go to the Steel then? Because I could take it. There's a Hellvent here. I could commit to Hellventing the Shark if I hit Endless, and then I can fuse it here. I feel like my two Glimmers that are just smacking for a ton of damage already do what I'm getting out of the Shark, for the most part. An Endless Shark would only really benefit me in the very final fight more than a Glimmer would, and I don't even know that that's true. I'm also wondering if this Piercing, should I be putting it on the Crypt Builder or should I be putting it on a Glimmer? The one thing I will say is, if I commit to Shark, I definitely put it on Crypt Builder. But I feel like Crypt Builder doesn't need it because I can just usually use the Spears to break any spell shield. So I think it's Glimmer, and I just don't take the Shark. I think we just do that. And if I fight Stealth Boss, I don't think I need these Stewards. I have Bloating Fungus. I have Health Sirens. They're gonna do fine. I can probably just Crypt Builder the unit anyway. So let's get rid of these Stewards. They're hard for me to play. I'm keeping Great Glacial Seal just because it's better into Stealth Boss with the health upgrade that I gave it. And I think we give this on Glimmer. I need to be able to clear out stuff. Ooh, that is not untakeable, is it? Am I being irresponsible here? Am I being irresponsible? I don't think I am, dude. I think that's pretty fucking good, and that's going to be my Hellvent, I think. The other option is to do it on Wildwood Sap. I mean, if I go top, I still need to, like, have to survive. Even if I can't, even if I get the adaptive to work, I will have to, like, if I'm not getting Sap and I'm not getting Frenzied Swarm, I need to probably play into that because, yeah, the spell chain here is fun. With the Conduit, it's free. Or it's not free, but it's, you know, it's playable. Because now it'll cost 1. It's not the most immediately good thing. I think maybe I do actually just spell chain this. Helps with bosses. Yeah, we'll just do that. The bloating fungus, it makes it make sense. I'm basically double stacking it for 15 shards, but that's okay. It's still better than a double stack because I have incant units. And we're going full conduit, baby. All day, every day. Heaven Seal doesn't matter. We're going to destroy everything. Definitely holding that. Definitely doing that. Yeah, this is... probably just hold this again. I will need that damage. And then I will glimmer this now, just because I don't actually want to deal with that. I may have made a horrible mistake. We'll see. I may have made a horrible mistake. I think we're fine, though. Here, let's go start with that. Do that. Yeah, we're fine. We are a motherfucking okay. Never had an issue. Might as well, let's see. Let's do this. Give ourselves some time, just because, even though it's probably really not all that needed. Probably could have played that there. Alright. Blast ya, blast ya, blast ya, blast ya, blast ya. Every little bit helps, but that's pretty non-impactful. Drain over unnamed tome. I think we do that. This solves more problems for me that I need solving. Ooh, that is a tough choice. Preserve Storm's pretty good here. It's doing a lot of damage and breaking spell shields and giving me a big old turn of incants and a good draw. But Ensnare is also Ensnare. I don't think we'll need Ensnare. I don't think anything's surviving. I just don't think that anything's surviving. 1 second. Alright. Where was I? So... I have the option to hold... I should also... You know, if I'm planning on trying to go top, I should try to keep the shards close to 100. I can maybe go to 115, 120. I don't need the final gold, most likely. I probably want to take this, though. I feel like at this late in the game, 15 shards, is, even with a bad artifact combo, it's worth it. So we'll go to... I don't know how many shards. We'll just have to see. But definitely we go left. I have multiple cost reductions that I want to make. Okay, we do get the intrinsic on this. So 1 cost reduction will go there. I'm not going to wait and try to get a, you know... So top is for sure happening now. The cost reductions I want are going to be this and Wildwood Sap. I have a holdover. I mean, I don't know. It could be Drain. It could be Drain. Huh. Could be Glimmer. Glimmer kind of does the job too. Well, we're winning now. We already have a winning deck no matter what we do. My thought is Drain helps more for Relentless. So I'll probably do Drain. If I run into multi-strike boss or stealth boss, this pretty much solves it. Not that it wasn't already solved, but it's for sure solved now. And Divinity is solved. I guess maybe I just jumped the gun on the intrinsic a little bit because I could have intrinsic this, but that's fine. Glimmer heals us every now and then. I think this is the holdover target. I don't think we Surge Stone anything. I don't know, maybe we Surge Stone one of these lances is probably fine. Not even. I mean, we're going to probably get rid of the Tornadoes more so than the Lances. The Tornado is actually a worse card for me than Lance, and I don't even want to Surge Stone it because I can totally just remove it. Okay, 10. We're not hitting any more Merchant of Magics, right? Yeah, we're not hitting anymore. So I think it would go there just to get me more healing. And it's like potentially a Hellvent target. I suppose it was gonna be Sap. I think maybe it's still Sap. I don't know. It's pretty hard to play right now. I don't know that I need the Wildwood Sap though. Probably just do this since I am playing it every turn. Granted, I don't know. I'm not really playing anything, but all right. I should have hit this. I should have hit the caverns first. Okay, it didn't end up mattering. Okay. We're still going top, but now I have the option to get one more of these sirens, which I might do. With the intrinsic, I can go relatively high on shards here. Don't think I'll spell chain any of this. Let's just remove these stewards for now. Do I really need to? I actually don't know what I do the next. I'm probably just Hellventing the unit. The 1-pip unit, and then maybe we get Maleficus on it beforehand. Yeah, so we don't need to... Well, that means I'm not hitting that Vortex. I will hit that Vortex. Yeah, we'll go here for our one... You know, we're only looking for multi-strike these steals, but the value is over here anyway. So we'll definitely go to the Hellvent next turn. Which means less Vortexes, which means I probably should just remove this. Alright. Probably not a trial in the world we care about. Spell Shield would be the only one. 1, 2, 3. I suppose we do this? Just because they do have sweeping units, but it really doesn't matter. I didn't even see what the boss was, but I don't think I care too much. I should have kept that Glimmer. Oh well. Yeah, we want the Crypt Builder next turn. We definitely don't want this thing to live. Do I need the drain? I suppose so. Probably want to keep it till the thing. Bye-bye. Might as well do this now, I think. I'm gonna actually just do this, though. It is stealth boss. Well, that's fine. 1, 2, 3. Pretty bad draw there, all things considered, but whatever. Alright. Boom, 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 boom. One more of these? I don't actually think I take another one. I don't want to fill my deck up with stings, necessarily. I mean, they're better than lances. But I don't have much Vortex to hit. I still gotta remove the Glacial Seal. I still gotta remove these Ice Tornadoes. Those are probably all I can really remove. I got 2 Vortex, so I got 4 free removals. Past that, my removals are expensive. So 1, 2, 3 are for certain. I don't know what the final removal is. It's probably just one of these lances, but yeah, I don't think I'm adding anything here. Long story short. Alright, melee weakness, please. No melee weakness. Do I want Wildwood Tome or Unnamed Tome? I don't see... Probably just the Unnamed Tome. I don't really see any reason to go quick. Ooh, Root Split Mask or Thorn Fruit. I suppose it's a bit wonky that I would not add the Preserved Thorns, but add the Thorn Fruit. Is that true? I can also do Mark of a Champion, oddly, actually kind of good with Adaptive Mutation, but Root Split Mask solves more problems that, we're at this point, we're just, there might be problems that I don't know about that need solving, and that would get me there. Two, three. Boom. 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 This really doesn't do much until the final rank, does it? It's because I have the 5 health. Could do this. For this fight, that probably makes more sense. Might as well get as many incants as we can while we can. Because you do have the incant shard coming up later. So incant shard could be here by the time the bottom floor gets here. It's like a 50-50, I think. Ooh, let's see. You have 3 spell shield. See if this can 50-50. Nice. Might be looking at a flying kill. So incant. He'll be mid next floor then. Which means this is actually this is what's annoying about the incant shard. It's like next turn basically is the turn that I have to try to damage these guys, because they of course are like the most annoying floor with the most amount of health. But they're gonna have incant shard this turn. Next turn's my only turn to really shoot them. I guess it doesn't matter that much, but yeah. I suppose we could... it doesn't even do that much. Man, we drew like shit. Here's what I'm thinking. I mean, we got the Root Split Mask actually, so this really is not an issue. Either way though, let's get that out of there. Glacial Seal got to do something this run. Alright, that is that. Boom, 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 boom. Alright. Channel Song. I don't think we need any of these. The 2 Glimmers will heal everything that I need, and Drain takes care of the rest. So I don't need the heals. I don't need another adaptive. Channel Song, rarely worth it. Rarely. Even with the Cheater's Hand, it's just rarely worth it. I suppose we just do another draw upgrade. There has been some need of an Ember upgrade, to be honest. It would allow me to play the Root Seeds more. It would allow me to actually play this Wildwood Sap. I think I actually will do the Ember upgrade, because there is sometimes when I might draw like all 3 Sirens at the start. I mean, I could take a Pip upgrade and fit another Siren on, but I'm not too interested in that. Alright, quick, not interested. Let's take a look here. I doubt we need any of this. I don't even really think we need this. So Brick there, about the worst late cavern that you can find, but whatever. No intrinsic or spell chain needed. We'll just get rid of the... I mean, the tornadoes have been alright. Probably Glacial Seal and 1 tornado. But the tornadoes will continue to lose value as these final rings approach. I think I do want the final conduit. Even though I took the Ember, I don't know, just makes sense. Yeah, we can deal with that. definitely have to keep my glimmers in order here. I'm gonna hold that Preserve Thorns. Let's see, this fight, let's go ahead and Adaptive you. Yeah, let's... I'm just gonna play this to get it out of there. That sucks. There's probably no way I can get that. I might as well, I guess, hold this. I guess we'll go in on this. I am missing one of my sirens, but so be it. Pretty confident that one of our glimmers will get drawn here. If it doesn't, so be it. Alright, we'll get the big one next turn. Don't need that. Glimmer's taking care of that. And I suppose I will want to play this here. We'll just play everything out. There's a chance I can't kill this Shadewing. Doesn't look like it. Alright. Guess we'll hold that. Probably actually should have the Glimmer of this, but whatever. Alright, I can make this work. I'm going to save the Tornado for next turn. Here. Have some sap. Really? You gonna do me like that, bro? It's okay. We'll Glimmer our stuff back. And only cowards would save Unnamed Tome for living armor, who does like 1/3 the damage of what's his name. Ice and Pyre, probably worth adding. Certainly a lot of adaptive mutations on this run. Sigilled Seaweed. I mean, we got all this money, I guess I will. But it's very unlikely to be that necessary. Jack Strips. I don't think I'm worried about damage shield dudes. Powerstone Housing, Sap Tap, of course. Lightstone Casing, of course. Tell you what. If for some reason I get offered multi-strike here, I'll buy the Firestone Housing. Okay. You had me at hello. Who do we want to give it to? Probably the one... I'm not going to Hellvent the unit because I can't fit it on the floor, so... We'll just give it to the one that has more health. Although I guess that one had it technically. Here, you can have that too. If I do that, I can't upgrade, actually. Or I can't remove. I should probably just remove. I can take the money. Alright, I definitely don't want the Ice Tornado. Suppose we could get rid of lances at this point. I've got enough other stuff. And, Yeah. Maybe I should be getting rid of the root seeds, though, huh? Well, too late for that. I can't. Even that money won't do that for me. One more crypt builder, I suppose, is fine. Yeah. And, take the money won't put me at any meaningful threshold, so we'll just call it good. Could have optimized that whole ending thing a lot better, but I'm not really that worried about it. Yeah, might as well wait for our other person to come into play. Alright, multi goes back here. Time to blast this fool. Boom, boom, boom. We're definitely drawing Glimmer, I hope. Alright, we got one of them. Let's have that one for next turn, because you know who will be there. Although, kind of a waste, I suppose, to have... I think we probably still want the Glimmer. I'm likely to draw something that can deal with this. I mean, this already deals with it natively. Let's actually get these out of here so that I don't redraw them. Wildwood Sap probably was the thing I should have considered getting out of there. Alright, boom. Boom. Pretty bad draw, but that's okay. We're just going to do that. The fuck? Alright, if you say so, bro. That is one hell of a bad draw. Maybe I should have kept Ice Tornado, I don't know. It would have definitely been maybe more useful, but just on principle, I suppose I wanted to remove it. Have some of that. Glimmer, probably just going to use all of this turn. Start that sap building. Building a little bit of sap. There we go. Alright, how do you like it, Seraph? How do you like it? That's why I took the drain holdover. It just, you know, trivializes every relentless round and such forth, so on and so forth. Plus I got the 2 crypt builders, but I really don't need to use the discard usually. Or the offering, I should say. Take the heal, I guess. Dog shit opener here. Alright, this time we definitely do that. You're the incant armor, so you go in front, I suppose. We'll take a heal. I don't know, maybe I want the Glimmer next turn. Probably do. Alright, you go there. I'll actually just redraw that. Yeah, it's not that necessary. He's gonna be sapped. Let's just do this. Get that out of there. Of course, Sigiled Seaweed doing nothing here. I guess I'll just Sigiled Seaweed. I should have just Sigiled Seaweed this guy. Whatever. Because I don't really need it here. Yeah, let's just do that. Should get a Glimmer here. Couldn't quite get that, but that's okay. We'll get him next time. I can still put the damage here. There's some arguments to put the damage on the front units, but I doubt it. Sigiled Seaweed is not getting any props for this one, I tell you. No props. Screwed that up, but whatever. Maybe I should have hellvented that Glimmer, huh? I was thinking I could get like flying kills, but I suppose the Glimmer would have been the way to do that. Oh well. Alright. Not too bad of a run. Mollusk Mage Essence carries once again. I'd say that run was easier than the last one. There's a lot more power on this run. And Tethys actually super good here. Tethys provided Gigantor value. And there was a multi-strike eventually, not that it was really needed. But yeah, we got a lot of good stuff. Had the Crypt Builders. Adaptive Mutation. I suppose technically the Adaptive Mutation wasn't needed, but it was the thought that counted. Alright, 3 fishies. Let's see what... I have to imagine probably a similar... Okay, actually, I thought maybe based on the last run that 3 fishies did, we'd see the Mollusk Mage here, but actually pretty different run. So that's cool to see. This is a way different run, I think, than what we had. Maybe not, though. I mean, it's still a similar game plan, right? Like, it looks like they opted to go for kind of getting a draw grade out of their Siren, kept the seal, gotta respect that play, had the Endless Sentry with the Superstone, Holdover Drain, we still had the same idea there. So this is more along the lines, I suppose, of an incant deck, I guess. Getting some value out of the Sentry. And there is still removal. These things are still going to be powerful. Oh, he times 5 to the Crypt Builder. Interesting. I suppose if you do that, you don't really need the Mollusk Mage at that point. I mean, that's certainly a play to make. I don't think it's bad. I think that's actually a pretty good play. We just went in different directions with our anticipation of a times 5, I suppose. He was more interested in getting the Crypt Builder into play. I don't even know where I was going with that thought. Something or another. He had the same. I think he had the same idea with the adaptive. So I think we're on the same wavelength here. Me and Three Fishies with a lot of these things. I have to imagine, actually, yeah, with the Mark of the Champion being taken, I think for sure he had the same idea with that adaptive. There was a Wing Steel. So he definitely must have hit some Merchant of Trinket that we didn't, because I don't recall seeing those. Did go with the Forever Flame instead of the Cheater's Hand, which would be good for this, and allowed the Sap Tap to be chosen. So I think there's pros and cons to the Cheater's Hand versus Forever Flame. I don't know. I don't know which one is typically better. Wow, Volatile Gauge. Honestly, I would have took it if I saw it. I don't think I saw it. That was the first Divine Horde then, because that's his first thing taken over before the Forever Flame. And I would definitely take Forever Flame, having gotten the Volatile Gauge. But I gotta say, I don't love taking the sharded thing here first, with Tethys especially, because it's like, I would much rather look at the normal Horde to see if it seems like it's a good enough artifact for me to be able to take the shards. Because in this case, there's still 15 damage here taken, right? And that could have been worse if it wasn't literally the easiest group in the game. Imagine that was like the defenders of whatever. That could be pretty devastating. Also, yeah, so I mean, I do like the Conduit take. And a Conduit with Volatile Gauge is super fun. But yeah, I don't like taking... So there's a few things I don't like here. I don't like the Self-Infuse on the Siren. It's just a very weak play. I rarely would say that it's worth it. I would need to see Multi-Strike to do that. I don't like taking Quick without taking Health or Incant Armor. I think actually you're paying more money to get a shittier upgrade in that case. In most cases, I think you're getting more value out of 25 Health or Incant Armor too. So you're spending a lot of gold on a not that good upgrade. I would take the Quick if I already had like the Health or the Armor Incant. Then it makes more sense. But it's like this thing, I don't know. The math just doesn't work out that well with just a vanilla and a Quick and holding out for a multi, especially with how bad the Merchant of Steels were on this map. Until the end, right? At the very end, the Merchant of Steels are good, but he died before he was able to really hit those steals. Endless on this also, I'm not thinking that was really worth the money. It's like, yeah, that really just isn't providing any value. So we're spending a lot of resources on things that don't provide value. 25 shards for a 1/1 incant just isn't that good on a single striking unit. Endless on a non-banner unit that costs 2. I mean, granted it's free, so that's not an issue, but again, it's like I don't really know what this is accomplishing that much because it's not going to help with Relentless really. It's not like this unit. Ironically, if he wanted to, he probably should have put the Siren upgrade into this if he's going to invest in that. That's actually what I would say. Since this is endless, then you can bring it back with full health if you can get it to die before Relentless. But in either case, it's just you're making life harder on yourself. I do like the take of the Drain, though I don't like taking it and not going to the Merchant of Magic, because then you would have had holdover on it, which makes it infinitely better. Even if you didn't hit holdover, double stack would have made it arguably about as good. Plus double stack, there's like no downside with Volatile Gauge. So both players not opting for the Mollusk Mage here, which I think, given what we saw, this deck just really immediately benefits from the Mollusk Mage. It's like your Glimmers immediately become good. You're starting Lance, which is good with, but there's a few things that I'm just not liking here. Like, I don't like taking Crystallis. It's just much worse than a Crypt Builder. It was up against Crypt Builder if I remember correctly. He ended up taking the second one, so he at least found one. But then we're like investing in the worst card by far in this deck, which is Ice Tornado. We're giving it Spell Chain, it Piercing. That just doesn't make sense. This should be the thing getting Piercing, especially when you're not taking Mollusk Mage, because like why are you taking Crypt Builder if you're not gonna make use of the Attuned? This benefits a lot more than the random 3 strikes, in my opinion. The random 3 strikes are unreliable, and even then, the math still works out to be the same. So it's like, what are you taking a card like Crypt Builder for? You're taking it to remove a tank, right? Or to put a ton of damage into the boss. Crypt Builder is going to do that way better than Ice Tornado does, and Glimmer's there for the AoE. And you have a Glacial Seal for the AoE. So why are we investing in Ice Tornado? That just doesn't really make sense. So I think they made life harder on themselves by investing in the wrong things. This is 30. What is that? 50 shards into these tornadoes to make them essentially not even do much more than a vanilla one does. I would just remove the card eventually, right? Because it's bad. You could have had a Crypt Builder that was doing piercing and like 300 damage, for example. I do like the add here on the Glimmer, but I think the Mollusk Mage essence, all things the same. All things the same. Should have took the Crypt Builder instead of the Crystallis. That would have allowed you to comfortably take the Mollusk Mage next, and that would have been a much better essence than just 1/1 incant. Now your Glimmers clear everything regardless of having an upgrade. Your Crypt Builders already do damage. Everything else does damage. That's more useful than a 1/1 on incant. A lot more useful. Especially if this, I can't even remember if there was 2 Siren of the Seas offered. I don't think there were. So that additionally, I have to imagine a Hellvent was spent to make this happen. If that's the case, it's even more like kind of just wasting of, Hellvent's quite a powerful map event, and it didn't happen. It looks like he didn't ×5 anything either. So, but there's still some good stuff here. Ember with the Gauge usually makes sense. I do wonder though. I don't know that it makes sense here, because you have Conduit and you've got the Forever Flame. It's only really helping you play the Root Seeds, but with a Volatile Gauge, I don't know that the Root Seeds are really useful. I would just actually remove those, and even more so than the Tornado. And I probably would have still took either a draw upgrade or even a pip upgrade. I just don't think you're getting much out of the Ember upgrade in this scenario, even though normally you do want to take Ember with Volatile Gauge. I do like the Root Splitting Mask. I don't know where the rules was taken, but it's not very impactful, especially past, by the time, I would think 25 gold's probably more useful there, but that's just kind of nitpicky. So it died to Arcus, and it's not really that surprising. I mean, look at what the deck has. There's really not a good answer to Relentless. You have one Siren that's basically unupgraded. You get one extra strike out of it in terms of what it provides to Relentless with a quick upgrade. It scales a little bit better than a normal one. The Frostbite that Glacial Seal provides is okay, but not enough to make a huge impact against Arcus, I would say. And then you don't have the Crypt Builders upgraded, you don't have Mollusk Mage, so it's like you aren't able to get extra damage in on Arcus, so you're probably looking at a relatively full health Arcus. And also, I could even take it a step further and say I probably would have took Wildwood Sap, which I don't see, which could have helped a little bit. I don't know. But there's essentially just no real plan for Relentless here. The Drain could have been a plan, but it didn't. We didn't go to the Merchant of Magic to try to get Holdover or. Granted, with the Gauge, Holdover Drain might not be that good, if I'm being honest. And in that case, actually, the Ember upgrade would be good. But yeah, I don't know. I probably. He actually came pretty close, though. I mean, 94%, that's almost death. In that case, I gotta say, I think if you just added the Wildwood Sap to the deck, it would have won then. And he probably would have still won this run. I don't think a fight would have been harder than Arcus. It's also, I mean, we were pretty high shards into Arcus as well, but I think he's higher here, 120. Kind of goes back to just the shards that were used weren't worth it. I don't think that, you could have been 50 shards less here, for sure. I like the Glimmer 30. I could even argue you could be 75 less shards, because I don't like this one either. So you could have just never done the Mollusk Mage thing and kept everything the same, and you probably would have got through this fight for sure. I don't think you gain much by the Siren and Essence or the Ice Tornado plus damage or Spell Chain here. But, so on and so forth. There's probably not a whole lot more to go over here. It still almost made it, but I think just more investment in the right things would get it done. So as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.